Hi, this is Jim Clary, and I'm the Senior Geek. What I'm going to discuss in this video is a continuation of our discussions about internet security. Specifically, we're going to talk about how to secure your mobile phone, be it an Android or iOS, as well as your email account. We'll find both of these are important in protecting your accounts. You've probably read, and I've even generated a video on generating secure passwords for your account, pseudo-random, and keeping them in a password manager. I've got a video that talks about Apple's keychain, for example. And that's all well and good because we know that there are bad guys out there, if you would, that are guessing passwords. So if you use your pet's name or other things, they may be able to get into your accounts and make life miserable for you. Well, there's another way they can get into your accounts, and that is by changing the password. We've probably all forgotten our password and have gone through the restore password methodology. So put yourself in the position of a bad guy who wants to get into your email account, let's say. What do they need to do to reset that password? Could they make themselves look like you to the point to where they could reset that password? Once they reset it, you've now lost control of your email account. Most of the way we do that now, we secure those as what we call two-factor authentication. And that means something that you know, which would be your password or email account or whatever. And the second one would be something that you have. And what we've been using now is your phone number, your mobile phone number. Generally, it's your mobile phone number. You could use your home phone number, a landline if you would, for voice, but we're going to talk about text here. So most of us use our mobile phone, and what they'll do is when you try to change your password or log into your bank account, whatever the case may be there, they will say, okay, I'm going to send you a text message with a code on it, 6-digit, 4-digit, whatever it may be, and you have to enter that. The idea behind that being is you have to have the phone associated with that phone number. That's great, assuming that phone numbers are secure, and actually text messages are secure, which in an absolute sense they're not. But for our purposes, unless somebody really wants to get into you, I think we can say that they're secure enough for most of us, just like our front door locks. Somebody really wants to get in your house, they can. But let's go back and talk about the phone number. Someone can hijack your phone number. It is called SIM hijacking. You want to protect against that because if someone hijacks it, they're going to make your life miserable. There's a recent article about one of the tech savvy, in fact, tech writer. They stole his phone number associated with a phone they had, and then they were able to get those text messages and went through and destroyed his Twitter account, destroyed his Facebook account, all kinds of things. You don't want to go through that. Also get into your bank account because probably your bank account, they send you a text message. Again, that's done by something called SIM hijacking. And SIM is a small little card that sits inside your mobile phone, and it's got information on it, and it is associated with your carrier, your wireless carrier, AT&T, Verizon, T-Mobile, Sprint, whomever. It's associated with that SIM card. So that's how they know the phone number. So if somebody has that SIM, in fact, they could probably put it in another phone and may be able to get it to work. But anyway, what you can do if you lost the SIM or your SIM went bad or whatever the case may be, you can call the phone company and they can transfer your phone number to a new SIM. Normally that's okay if it's you, but if it's a bad guy, they call AT&T, they call T-Mobile, whatever, convince them that they are you, then they will transfer your phone number from the SIM that's in your phone to the SIM that they have. Once they do that, they're home free because the first thing they're going to do then is going to go to your email account. They know your SIM number. They're going to get that text message. They're going to say, hey, I forgot my password for my email account. They're going to send a text message to the phone. They've got the phone. They can enter the code. They can change your password on your email account. You've now lost control of your email account, and your phone. So from there on, it's they can take everything out. So what you want to do with your carrier is you want to make sure that they can't hijack your SIM. Normally what you do, and I know I do this, I'm on T-Mobile and I do it, we have what's called a SIM PIN, P-I-N. That is a 6-digit code, a 6-digit number PIN that you have to give them before they can open the account up and look at changing the SIM. The idea being a bad guy isn't going to know that PIN. And if they don't know the PIN, at least my understanding on T-Mobile would be you'd have to go into a T-Mobile store with your driver's license. They'd have to verify physically that it was you, then they could go through it. So you want to make sure you've got a PIN set. So the first thing you want to do is to call your carrier. Usually you can dial 611 and talk to them and say, hey, I want to set up secure. I want to make sure someone can't hijack my SIM. So if someone called in, if I wanted to associate my phone number with a new SIM, what information would you have to have? And you want to make sure that part of that is a PIN. If they say no, all you got to do is what's your mother's maiden name, some of that other stuff, what's your address. That's not good enough because through social media, they can probably mine a lot of that. So you want to ask them about, hey, I want to set a SIM PIN. So before you talk to me, I have to give you that code. And by the way, what you can do is write it down, then lock it away in your safe or some secure spot that you have inside your home. So you want to make sure of that. So the first thing you do again is you call your carrier, make sure that they have to have something that only you have to change that SIM. Okay, once they've done that, the next key item, as I mentioned, is your email account. So you want to go to your email account and you want to make sure you've got two-factor authentication set there. That is, in order to change the password, you have to be able to, you have to enter a code that's sent to your phone. So again, a bad guy, he can go in there, he doesn't have your phone number because you've locked down your SIM with your SIM password, so he can't change your password on your email account. So what you want to do is you want to go in and you want to say, hey, I forgot my password for my email account, and see what information they make you, what hoops they make you jump through to reset that password. And you want to make sure part of that is sending a text message to your phone. That's two-factor. If it's some other thing, like you answer one of those silly questions, again, mother's maiden name, where were you married, where were you born, not secure. Not secure. They can mine that off social media and other things. So you want to make sure that they send you a text message. If they don't, go into your account settings, or you can Google and search for your carrier's, your email provider's name and two-factor. But you want to make sure you have that. Once you've got those two locked down, then you can go into your other accounts and make sure on all of those, Facebook, Twitter, your bank account, all of those, ideally make sure when you log into them that they ask for a code, not only your password, but once you enter your password, for them to say, oh, I don't recognize you yet. You're on a different computer, whatever the case may be. You'll have a text code. And you may want to go through on those and try to change your password on those and make sure, again, that you have to have a text message. You have to have that phone. So they can't go into your Facebook account, change your password without you knowing about it. Same on Twitter, bank accounts, other things that you think are sensitive and of value to them. So this shouldn't take over about 10 minutes to do. So I highly, highly recommend you do that. And by the way, on your phone, generally speaking, I know in T-Mobile this is true, you don't have to do it under every phone under your account. That it will cover, that PIN will cover all of the phones under your account. Anyway, I hope you found this useful. If you did, if you could give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the YouTube channel, The Senior Geek, and safe internet, keep safe internet out there. And again, if you go through these, it will make it much more difficult for the bad guys to make life miserable for you. Anyway, this is Jim Clary, the Senior Geek, and you all take care. Bye now.